pencil, Bruno. Somebody give him a pencil.
Don't give me the evil eye beside you. It's scary.
So we don't have homeroom.
No. You don't have homeroom today. Go straight to the auditorium. I don't know. No, it isn't. Today. All right, here we go. Shh. All right. We started with circles, and that was super fun. We liked that. That was really exciting. And then we moved on to, Darius, get off your phone and take out your earbuds. Headbuds. All right. And then yesterday we did parabolas, and that was super fun too. We really liked that. Yes, we did. Okay. So for the circles, we had to have an x squared and a y squared and no number in front of it. An x squared and a y squared and no number in front of it. The parabola, it's either x squared or y squared. So which one on this side was the parabola? Would you just put your eyes up here? Right here, where I'm talking. Top or bottom? Is it which one is a parabola? Okay. So the bottom one has only an x squared. That's the parabola. The top one is a circle because I can divide all of that by 4 and I just have the x squared and y squared. Okay? Does everybody see that? Okay. So if you look at this one, this is the one we're going to do today. Can I divide out the 4? I can't. So when you can't divide out the number, then it's going to be an ellipse. And that's what we're going to do today. All right? So you're going to have fun. You're going to like this. No, there wasn't. There was a circle. All right. So, okay, on the blank part at the back of your notes, can you write this problem down? Just this one. It is Friday. That's good. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to complete the square. And that means I have to put the x squareds together and the y squareds. Oh my gosh. Do. Make me smile. You do make me smile. All right. So, starting on the first one, I have to divide out the 4. Okay. So when I complete the square, we're going to do b over 2 squared. So that's 6 divided by 2, and that gives me 3. 3 squared is 9. But I factored out a 4, so I really added 4 times 9. So I'm going to add 36 over here. Okay? So here, negative 10 divided by 2 is negative 5. Squared gives me 25. So I have is that 64? Okay. 4. Okay, so this is what I have. But to do this, the rule, when we have a 4 here and a number here, if I'm going to make this an ellipse, this has to be 1. So I'm going to divide by 64.
Divide by 64?
Yes. I'm going to divide by 64. This has to be 1. So I want to make this 1. So I'm going to get 1 equals, so this I have. Because 4 into 64 is 16. Okay, so this is what I have. So it looks almost like the circle, except it has these numbers on the bottom, and that's because it's an ellipse. And what an ellipse means, it's a circle, because I have the x squared and the y squared, but it just gets stretched, okay? So it either gets stretched horizontally, or it gets stretched vertically, one or the other, this way or this way. And if you look, the bigger number, my last class had a hard time with this, bigger as in 64 is bigger than 16. I'm not sure what the misunderstanding was, but the 64 is bigger, which means I stretch it this way, okay? So if the 64 was under the x, I would stretch it this way, all right? Does that, everybody's up? Right. Okay? Yes. All right. So go to the notes now. Oh my God. Okay, so here's what we have. If the number is bigger under the x, it gets this way. So the a is under the x because it's bigger. The a is under the y, it's getting stretched this way. The biggest number is always a. And that's going to determine your major axis. And it's going to go from the center, and if it's under the x, we're going to count this way. If it's under the y, we're going to count this way. The minor axis is going to be exactly the opposite. Yes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I decided not to write this again.
I can't even read that. Is that 18? Is it? Oh, not like that, though. Oh, wait. Oh, there. Wait, is it not a T?
They can. No. 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 Do you guys have this copied down, yes or no?
I looked at his paper just to make sure he was playing, bro. I was like this. He was not playing.
Okay, so the E, which I always say wrong. Can somebody say that word for me? Eccentricity. Yeah. So So what the E is, it determines if it's close to 0, it's close to a circle. If it's close to 1, it's an ellipse and it's pulled. Okay, so that's what the E determines. All right. Yeah. Okay. I know you are. It's all okay. We're all good. You are fine. So, okay, so listen. Which one has the biggest number underneath of it? The 9 is the biggest. It's under the X, so it's horizontal. So my A is 3. My B is 2. I can. Okay, I didn't divide by 2, guys. I took the square root of it. Yeah. Always. Okay, all of you go back to the front of your paper and figure out how I find C.
Oh, you have to multiply by pi.
A squared minus B squared. What? Oh, A squared minus B. That's C squared.
That's C squared.
So I took A squared minus B squared. For those of you that are having a hard time, 9 minus 4 is 5, and then I took the square root of it. So my C is the square root of 5. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and start here. The center is -2, 1. So on your little handy-dandy graph, put -2, 1. So the next thing it's asking for is the vertices, right? And the vertices are on the major axis, which means we use the bigger number. So A is 3. So on the horizontal, I'm going to count 3 and then count 3. These are your vertices. So write these points down on that line, whatever these points are. 1, 1, and
5.
not yet. So next we need the co-vertices, which is the short one, right? So what was it? 2. So from the center, I'm going to count up 2 and down 2. I told you. Okay, so which one did I add that to, H or K? K, because it's up and down. So what do I have here? -2, -1. Okay. 1 was positive, 1's negative? Oh. Yep. This one? All right. Okay. All right. That's what I did. No, I got it wrong. All right. So next is the focus. All right. So the focus works just like it did on the parabola. So I'm going to use the C. The C is the focus. And if it's horizontal, it goes on this axis. And if it's vertical, it goes on this axis. And literally what you're going to do, what is the square root of 5? Somebody do that on their calculator. Somebody do it on your phone. You've got your phones out. It's like 2.2 something, right? Okay, so the focus is 2.2. So from the center, I'm going to go 2 this way and 2 this way. And that is my focus right there. 2 point something. So the focus, I'm going to use the center, and it's plus or minus the square root of 5. So my major axis, how long? Oh, crap.
Stop talking like so dramatic.
I can. You'll have to wait till I'm done. Okay.
Yo, I remember in 3rd grade, some girl said that, and the teacher said you don't have to wait. I was like, what up? Anyone said she's like, Peter, so. I go, Peter, so. Oh my god. I was like, I heard like water falling. I was like, can't have water in here. I honestly like heard the chair and leaking off her seat. And I was like, she did that. She really did that. No, it's in 3rd grade. She's like this.
All right. All right. So the major axis, if we counted 3 this way and 3 this way, how long is it? 6. And we count 2 up and 2 down, it's 4. And if I have plus or minus the square root of 5, I have a square root of 5 on this side and a square root of 5 on this side. So I have 2 square roots of 5. Okay? So the eccentricity, thank you. So this is C over A. And so my C was the square root of 5 and my A was 3. So what is the square? Somebody take the square root of 5 divided by 3. I didn't write it down. What is, it's an actual, it should be like 0.76, I think. I think that's what we're going with. Okay. Let's go. So number 2. Yeah, we are going with it. It's 0.76. Okay, number 2. Whatever. I was close. Okay. So what's the A this time? It's not. The A is the biggest number. 6. The B is 3. And the C is 36 minus. What is that? So, Angie, while you're right there, what is the square root of 27? What is the decimal?
Unlock it, then try it. Lock the phone.
Oh my god. And you said
Okay. The center is 3 and negative 1. So I'm going to put 3 and negative 1.
Wait, that's negative 3, 1. That's negative 3, 1.
No, it's 3, negative 1. Oh, crap. I'm like, I wrote it. What are you talking about? Oh, I graphed it wrong. There, whatever. All right. Oh. It's like the third pen I've broken. They're going to be so mad. I keep dropping them. All right. Vertices. So we're going to count up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3, yes. How does it not make sense?
No, because you went, are these uneven squares or something? Just straight up.
They're circles. These are uneven squares.
Oh, I'm tripping, I'm so tripping.
Oh, wait. This is going to be 3 and 5 and 3 and negative 7. And the covertices are going to be and okay. So listen, literally if you can't do this, count. Where is this point? Where is this point? Where is this point? And where is this point? All right, we're going to add the focus, which is up 5, which is here, and down 5, which is here. We're going to draw our ellipse. Looks like a lemon. So the focus is going to be the major axis is going to be 12. The minor axis is 6. Right.
So how do you find it?
C divided by A. C divided by A.
You can go. Yeah.